Hi, so moving on into Psalm 1:2, we're looking at his delight and desire are in the law of the Lord. And so we talked about desire yesterday, that we train ourselves. We can train ourselves to crave certain things, good things, bad things. And so it's just all a matter of what we teach ourselves to enjoy. And so what we desire, of course, I do definitions, and so we're going to define delight and desire, which if you have a Psalm 1 book, and I hold it, it's just Kindle did an absolutely beautiful job on this book. Everything is hand done. There's the front of it, and then the back as well, but she just did an outstanding job. I'm so thankful that the Lord gives giftings, different giftings to all people, and so that we all have our individual talents and gifts. And of course Kindle has so many, and this is just one of the few, but it's just a beautiful book. And if you would like one, you can just reach out to me and let me know. But this, of course, we're going through not everything in here, but a lot of the material is in the book. But we are defining, and that's one thing that we do in the book. It's on day 6 if you're in the book, but I'm defining delight and desire. What do those words mean? And we know them, we use them in our vocabulary every day, but to really think about the meanings of those words. So delight is great pleasure. It's not just enjoyable, but it is intense, great, wonderful. Oh, it just thrills us. This delight is great pleasure, great enjoyment, great satisfaction. It's delight and desire. And desire, of course, is a strong feeling of want. Like, again, we've talked about teaching ourselves to crave, but if any of you have pregnancy cravings, all I wanted, and I asked my husband not too long ago, do you remember what any of my cravings were when I was pregnant with our boys? And David's my second one, and the pregnancy was so different from Joseph. We really thought I was having a girl because it was like night and day difference, which makes sense if you know them, because they are night and day different. But with Joseph, I just wanted meat. I didn't care about anything else, but fix me a steak, please. And I had a strong feeling of want for protein, for meat, and not just any protein. I wanted a steak. That's very true, that I had craving, strong feeling of want. And so in those cravings, did any of you ever have to just go and get the thing that you were craving because you just couldn't get it off your mind? You couldn't change it. You tried to eat something else, but it didn't satisfy. And I think satisfaction is such a huge word in this, in that our desire can only be satisfied by God, by His Word, and Him in us, spending time with us and communing with us, because we were created for relationship with Him. And so that desire, that strong feeling of want, can only be satisfied by Him. So His delight and desire are in the law of the Lord, and on His law, His precepts, His instructions, and the teachings of God, He habitually meditates, ponders, and studies by day and by night. And so the law of God, and I love, of course, again, looking at the Amplified Version, it defines the law of God as His precepts, His instructions, and His teachings. And so can we contrast that for just a minute? If we back up into Psalm 1:1, it says that we are not walk and live in the counsel of the ungodly. And so counsel of the ungodly, the laws of God, is what the second one. Counsel of the ungodly, the law of the Lord. And so the counsel is their advice, their plans and purposes. Advice, plans, purposes. And then the law of the Lord's is His precepts, His instructions, and His teachings. And so I really love that. It defines it further for us, that the law of the Lord, so what is the law of the Lord? And so if you're looking at making a change and you want to get to know Him better, and you want to follow Him more, and you're looking for a more intimate relationship with Him, of course this is knowing Him, knowing who He is. And then the law of the Lord, that our delight and our desire is for the law of the Lord. And so what is that? It is His precepts, His instructions, and His teachings. And this is where we'll pick up tomorrow. I will see you then. Bye.